Creator, and welcome back to another The Mindful Creators Knitting Podcast. This is episode 29. I have a really exciting finished object. It's so beautiful. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever knitted. Really excited about that. I have some really beautiful yarns to show you that will be live for the summer tonals because little backstory, I'm the face behind The Mindful Creators. I'm Fem, I'm a yarn dyer, and I have an online community group, and I have some new colors coming out, and I just need to share it with you. They're so beautiful. It feels like an acquisition for myself almost, you know? Which I'm not keeping them, but you may maybe know the feeling. Maybe not, that's also okay. But welcome here. If you're new, I really appreciate clicking on this video in the sea of videos that are out there. And welcome back if you've been a regular viewer. I really appreciate it. It's so fun to always chat with you in the comments. I really do recognize the people that are here more often, which is super fun. If you're new here, maybe feel free to stay for a little while. Maybe you like it. If you like these kinds of videos, you can already give it a little like if you want. Follow me here for more. I also make other kinds of videos, all knitting yarn related. Let's get into it. I have some things to share. Know myself, I always need my time because I can chat quite a lot. So let's start with my finished object. So this finished object, I have it down here, is completely new. You haven't seen it yet. I haven't talked about it yet also. It was quite a spontaneous cast on actually. And I will tell you a little bit about the backstory, how it started, and the knitting and yarn and everything. First, let me just show you what it is because it's so beautiful. It's not blocked yet, keep that in mind. I have knitted the Barbroe top by Knitting for Olive. I'm gonna show you the texture a little bit up front or in front of the camera. The light, by the way, today is it's sunny, cloudy all at the same time. So if you see some changes in light, you know why. But I feel like it's bright enough to properly show you. So this is a camisole by Knitting for Olive. As I said, it's a pattern that they have. They also have a long sleeve version. I will just pop it up here. And I wasn't planning on making this, to be honest, but I stumbled across it and I will tell you a little bit about why. Shall I first tell you? I will first tell you about, no, I will first tell you about why I started knitting it, because otherwise I probably will throw it in there if I don't. So we were on vacation, not last week, but the week before. We went to Bulgaria for a week in like all-inclusive resort, like relaxing. It was really good. We got a really good deal and the food, it was amazing. So that was really good. And I knew that I wanted to make a little bit of a sample of the new lovely linen yarn, which I will tell you a little bit later about. It is actually a special edition yarn for the summer tonals that will be releasing, or maybe I've already released. I'm releasing them on Friday and I think this video will go up on Saturday. I'm not 100% sure. But I knew I just wanted to make a little bit of a sample because I just wanted to show what this yarn was capable of. And I was looking for patterns, and I actually wanted to make the Petal Drop Camisole, if that's the right name, by Florence Mills. I think it's beautiful, really beautiful. Did I swatch? No, I didn't really swatch because I only had a skein of yarn with me from this. I had only 3mm needles with me, and I knew that that one was a 3mm. I bought the pattern just before we went in the air because we flew there, and I was knitting on it and I really quickly realized that my gauge was way looser than hers, which is kind of strange for me because normally I am on gauge with most patterns. I think I do not really knit tight. I'm also not a loose knitter. I think I'm a regular tension knitter, I guess. For example, with petite knit, I'm almost always on gauge. This time I wasn't, and I didn't have any other needles with me, so I was like, oh, that's such a bummer. I really wanted to make that one. And during, I guess this is on day 2 or 3 of our holiday there, and eventually I was like, you know what, this is so beautiful. I already made a swatch for it because I made some swatches to see the texture. I was like, why not just make it? I will just make it. And I wasn't really sure if I wanted to do the camisole version or the long sleeve version, but then sleeveless. So I'll pop up a picture here from a knitter who made this super beautiful sleeveless high neck version, which is just a sleeveless version of the Barbroe blouse. But you work this top the same until you start to separate for the front and back. You work it bottom up, by the way, which I'm not a fan of, but this was perfect bottom up. Really, I really did not have any problems with it. So that's maybe also fun to know. And however, when I tried it on, when I was about to split for the front and back, I realized mine is a little bit more form-fitting, and for the top that I just showed you, I'd like a little bit more of the positive ease. Mine is a negative ease. I am gonna hopefully already gonna pop up a little video of me wearing this. As I said, I still need to block it. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to already show you the blocked version. I'm going to block it today. Hopefully it is dry by tomorrow, but maybe I've already uploaded everything. We'll have to see. Maybe you see blocked, otherwise you will see the blocked version next week. Or go to my Instagram, because I will upload the blocked version. Like, I want to make a little reel, you know? I want to upload that this weekend. So if you want to follow me there, follow me for maybe yarn updates, because I post mostly yarn things and also some personal things in my stories. It's fun over there too. So if you want, you can follow along there. But yeah, I made the Barbroe blouse, and let me tell you a little bit about the knitting experience. So as I said, it is bottom up. You start with casting on quite a lot of stitches. And you do that because you also start to decrease already. I'm gonna try to see if I can show you what the bottom of it looks like. I have to block, as I said, and when I block it, it will have this nice edge, waved kind of edge too. So you will start kind of in the pattern already. It's a little bit different, I remember. I think you did a purl row. Such a hard time pronouncing that. Purl row first, if you can see it here. And then you go into a few setup rows, and then you go do the pattern. And let me tell you, this is so addictive to knit. I knitted this, I think, in 10 or 11 days. It's been a while since we chatted. Last podcast was a month ago, but I think I knitted this in 10 or 11 days. And keep in mind, I was on vacation also for like a week. I didn't knit for like 6 hours a day. I did have some days that I knit for like 4 hours, but I think the majority of this I knitted on holiday there in like 5 days. 5 days, I think. Yeah, it is so fun. I think it looks a little bit intimidating for most people, or for some people, let me say it like that. I think I also thought it was a little bit intimidating. Maybe one of those knits, okay, you know, maybe I will do this one day. Well, it doesn't even look hard, but I don't know what it is. Just like, I will keep that for when I have some more time, you know? And it is so fun to knit, and it is so easy to knit. So as you can see here, it has a repeat. The repeat is 8 rows long, and you just need to be able to purl, to knit, to do yarn overs, and to decrease. You don't increase? No, to decrease. That's it. It's that easy. If you hear my puppy, I think she put her bone underneath the couch again. I might have to take a look. I think I have to take a look. Let me take a second. She indeed put it underneath the couch, and she is there again. She didn't want me to take it from her. So I might have to take it. She has like this one like chewy bone, and she just always pushes it underneath the couch, and I have to get it out from her, and then she does it again. Where did I end? Oh yeah, the repeat. I'm also out of breath. I have to had to chase her a little bit. So it's an 8 row repeat, and as I said, what you need to be able to do for it, it's that easy actually. You don't even have to. Do you have to pick up stitches? Yeah, you do actually. So picking up stitches is also something. So you work bottom up, as I said. You split for the front and back eventually, and you work the pattern back and forth, which is also not hard, because you do one row with all like the special stitches, and then you just purl the next row. It's really that easy. And then you do need to pick up stitches for the I-cord actually. So for the edge, so what you do, you work back and forth. You start with the front first, back and forth, and then you do the strap separately, which was really a breeze. It was, you just have a lot of ends. Keep that in mind, a lot of ends, and you just have to. I think sometimes working in the round, the same thing goes quicker than back and forth on like a super small piece, but this was really not that hard, luckily. There's no finishing on the outer edge, and I'm not sure if you were able to see it like that. No finishing there, but this rolls in a little bit, and because you do some knit stitches next to the pattern, it looks quite neat. On the inner edge, maybe that's the neckline, you do a I-cord, as I just said. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. So you pick up stitches here, and you do a small I-cord here. I'm not sure if it's a little hard to see, but it looks really neat. You also do like a purl row beneath, which I did make a little bit of a mistake in, I feel like. Not 100% sure. But yeah, that just really finishes it up nicely. You do actually the same for the back. For the back you do knit a few, I think you do maybe one repeat more. I'm pretty sure. So if I have it split, yeah, so you can see the front and the back. The back is a little bit higher. It's not that much higher, but yeah. What else? What else? So yarn, let me tell you about yarn. So the yarn that I used is my new lovely linen base, as I just said. So here we have it. I think I've already showed it before. I'm pretty sure I have. This is a 80% non-superwash merino wool with 20% linen. I want to say nylon, that's so standard. It looked like the stocking, but linen, it's linen. And you can see it a little bit here maybe. Some pieces you see sticking out. I'm not sure if you're able to see it that well. But yeah, this is such a nice summer yarn. I'm really, really impressed with it. So sometimes I say about my own colors, like, they're so beautiful, but sometimes I feel like it happens to me. I don't make this, it happens to me. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I chose this from the supplier and I'm really, really pleased with it. And I really just wanted to make a sample also because it's a new yarn to me. For example, if I order a thicker version of a yarn that I already have, I quite know how it's gonna knit and everything, but this was completely new. So I just want to make something with it also, as I said, to show what it can do. So texture, perfectly fine. I want to do stockinette, also perfectly fine. Let me just show you quickly a few swatches. This is, I haven't blocked this yet. This is a stockinette swatch that I made yesterday. You can see the color a little bit. This is, by the way, the undyed version. It's really, really beautiful. I'll show the rest later when I talk about the summer tonals. But this yarn, I really love it. It's dry to the touch. It's a non-superwash, as I said. You can split splices. So you can split splices. I've spliced it. Split splice it. Yeah. Say that 6 times after each other. It's hard. You can split splice it. I've tried. It works. So that is maybe good to know. I haven't done it for some things in the, I didn't really have to, by the way, I think. Let me think about it. Did I have to? Yeah, maybe I missed. No, I have done all my ends. I did have to join another ball somewhere in the middle, but oh no, I think I just did a magic knot for that. And you don't see it here. I cannot find it, so that works too. I really love it. I think I will make something else with it too. And I don't really make for samples. For me, this is also a sample. I don't necessarily make 2 with the same kind of yarn, but for this I really do enjoy it for myself too. What else? Yeah, so this is, I have to block it. I'm really curious to see how it will block. I made a size 2, by the way. I knitted it on 3mm wooden needles, which is new to me because I normally knit on my Liquid Cypras, which are copper needles. And these are Barbroe Symphony? Not sure. I got these specifically, so this is like an acquisition. Got these specifically for the travel because I was just a little bit scared about them taking my needles on the way back from Bulgaria. But it all went fine. Here in the Netherlands, I have flown with needles from Eindhoven Airport or from Schiphol in Amsterdam. Both the times was fine, needles were fine, but I'm not always sure on the way back. But they didn't take it. It was all fine, so that's good. But yeah, this is, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And it's so fun because it's not that hard, actually. It looks maybe hard, but it's not that hard. Maybe the I-cord can be a little bit hard if you're like a beginner knitter or picking up stitches, but you will be fine. Watch some videos, you'll be fine. It will be, maybe it will take a few tries. That's okay. So yeah, I always think some people are like, oh, this is too hard. I'm just a beginner. I'm not gonna try it. Try it. Why would you not try it? You can make mistakes. That's okay. You learn from it. So yeah, this, love it, love it. I'm really curious to see how it will block. I think it needs to grow a little bit because yeah, this texture probably will stretch a little bit in the width, maybe a little bit in the length. I hope I will get this edge to be flat. That will be really nice. I've been talking about this for like 10+ minutes, I see. Let's go on to the next thing. I did finish something else. I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna show you a picture of it. It's a dog toy. So I'm not gonna get it because Guusje, if you haven't watched in a while, maybe say it like that. Guusje is my dachshund puppy. She is 4.5 months and she's now laying in the sun. And if I get that toy out, she will go crazy because she loves it. So I made her a little frisbee, a crocheted frisbee, as you can see here. And let me look up the pattern name real quick. It's Frisbee for Dogs by Pen Perkins. I crocheted this because she had another crochet toy that I actually made before I had her, like when I started crocheting, and then she just used it as a toy and she ruined that completely, which is fine because that was just old yarn and she was allowed to just play with it. But I needed something new for her because she just loves the crochet toy somehow. I made it 10 days ago, I looked it up, and she already destroyed it. So I probably have to make something else. Maybe a little bit of a different yarn. So what I used is, I used some leftovers of Camisole bamboo, which I used for my Anchor Summer shirt last year, which is a bamboo yarn, like a DK bamboo yarn. And I used some drops, what's it called again? Charisma? Is it called like that? No, I don't think it's that one. I want to say I put it on the screen, but I just literally have it in front of me here. It's Drops Musket. I don't know how I got on Drops Charisma. Drops Musket, which is like a mercerized cotton, which I don't like working with. As in for garments. I don't like the look of it for garments, but I had some leftover. I was like, I put it together, crochet a little frisbee. I think I crocheted on 5.5mm hook. I just winged it a little bit. I didn't follow the pattern for like thickness or needle size, or I just was like, this looks fine for 5.5, and it worked. But yeah, she loves it so much. She doesn't, she's not allowed to have it unattended because she will try to eat the yarn. So I would just play with her with it. Made it in like an evening, or not even, I think in an hour. I made it in an hour, I think. So it's fine. It's just a good scrap project for me, and something that makes her very happy. But I do need to make something new already, because she, I don't know how she did it, but she already like destroyed it in 10 days. But yeah, I also made that, so I don't really crochet anymore, or that much. I do for swatches. I can crochet for most stitches. I just maybe have to look them up a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how it went. I am making a crochet blanket, not actively, but it is in the back here. A scrappy blanket, which I do enjoy, and that is about the amount of crochet that I do nowadays. I started crocheting before I started knitting though, so that's maybe fun to know if you're new here. But yeah, those were my finished objects. I'm really happy with the top, so happy. I have to see if this color really suits me. I wanted to, so when I started making this, I wasn't set on my colors yet for the summer tonals. And I'm happy that I didn't pick the colors that I already have, because I really did some switching up and I made some new colors. So I wanted to make it in the undyed because it's also really beautiful. And I'm going to offer the undyed too. It's like an oatmeal color, and I'm actually going to call it Morning Oats. It's just a really beautiful neutral. Yeah, is it a cream? It's like an oatmeal. It's just like an oatmeal color, like a little bit cool. Sometimes it looks warm in some lights, and I might even over dye it because I have the stuff, so why not? I have to see which color would be better suiting for me, or maybe even in black. I don't wear a ton of black. I do have black on. This is actually a new top, not made by myself, but this is one of those tops I'm like, yeah, I love the look, but I'm not gonna make this myself, so I will buy it. For other things I'm like, oh, I would definitely make that myself. I wouldn't, or I won't, but I do really like this. It's new actually. I have to see which color I would like to make it in. If I want to dye it, I'm not gonna dye it yet. I think I'm probably just gonna wear it a little bit before I do. Last thing about it, I used 140 grams of the Lovely Linen, which is a 100 gram 400 meter yarn. So that is probably good to know if you want to make like a t-shirt. I think for my size, which is, oh no, I did the size 3 by the way, not the size 2. I probably have, for 200 grams is probably enough to make like a fitting short sleeve t-shirt. So the frills variety from Linda Cake Makes maybe, or like a finger and weight fitted Tulsa tee. Those are the things that just pop up in my mind right now. Let's get to some news. After finished objects, I almost always do some news, and I will try to be a little bit quick about it, because those are the summer tonals and I really want to show them to you, because I am really happy with the colors now. I really went back and forth on what I liked and what I thought others would like, because that is mostly the approach that I take with yarn dyeing. I do like to do something. If I don't like it, I like really think, I won't sell it, but I will look into, okay, what kind of colors did work before, and what kind of colors are in season also, and you know, the whole thing. So let me show them to you. There are 6 colors and 1 undyed, so 7 in total, and I have them dyed up on Lovely Linen and Flowy Fingering, but you can order them on all bases. So first I'm gonna just start with the first one that was laying there, and it's actually my favorite of the collection, and it is, let me just make it a little bit more neat. I have some strings sticking out. This is the color Wisteria. Is it called Wisteria? Wisteria? Breeze. Wisteria Breeze. Like the flower, you know, the plant. This is my favorite, and this is also the favorite of everyone else for now. It's so beautiful. So purple, in my last collection, purple was one of the best sellers. So I was like, I need to have a purple. And it's a really different purple than from the last collection. I can get one from here. Only have mohair left. Almost everything is sold out. Oh, it would fit together though. But this is more like a muted, more like a cooler purple also. And yeah, this is, it just pops. I don't know what to say else about it. I love it. This is Flowy Fingering. This is Lovely Linen. This is a non-super set, so it is a little bit more muted, but I do feel like it dyes up pretty well. My neighbor is so nice. Say it again. So he is cutting wood on his balcony, so I have to wait for a second. Well, that took like 10 minutes because this guy is cutting wood on his balcony, and it's very noisy. It's like we are like, I'm like, why? Good for him though, but why? I showed you one color. Let me show you the next color. This is Blushing Rose, and it's so beautiful. I have it here for you. Flowy Fingering, Lovely Linen. It does look a little bit uneven on Flowy Fingering because I had to over dye it a little bit, so it will look more even when you order it on any of the just other bases or Flowy Fingering in general. So these are really gorgeous. I think it's a perfect summer pink. Another pink, yeah, they are next to each other, not on purpose, is this color, which is called Pink Champagne. And I think it's quite fitting. It's a really, oh, the light is somehow changing. It's coming back. Welcome to the Netherlands here. Yeah, I think you can see it again. So this is better. I don't know what happened there. Pink Champagne is a really soft, beautiful pink. I will show to another color in a second. So Flowy Fingering again, Lovely Linen. This is really like it's almost like ivory pink or something. I really like it. Then we have Pistachio Cream. And you know I like pistachio, or like gelato Italian. Gelateria Italiana, as the advent says. I love everything about that. And I love pistachio ice cream actually. But this is Pistachio Cream. Flowy Fingering again, Lovely Linen. This one definitely dyes different on Lovely Linen. It's the one that dyes the most different from all the colors, I think. It's a lot more muted too. It looks good in this light, but there is quite a bit of a difference in those two. Then we have Beach House, which is also a really fun one. Look at this. So this is again Flowy Fingering, Lovely Linen. This is just a really fun summer blue. This one also dyes a little bit deeper, or yeah, deeper. It's just the Lovely Linen has another undertone than all the other superwash yarns do. I really like the look of this one. And last but not least, which is the newest release color, which I will release tonight, which is Thursday. You have seen it already if you're following along, is this color, who is unnamed so far, which I will name tonight. But I really wanted to make a butter yellow, and I don't think I necessarily got to the butter yellow that I wanted, but I thought, first I didn't think I got it. I was like, yeah, maybe not put it in, but I do really enjoy it. It's just such a happy summery yellow. Again, Flowy Fingering, Lovely Linen. This one also dyes up quite a bit darker on Lovely Linen. All of them dye up a little bit darker on Lovely Linen because of the undertone of the undyed base. I'm talking really fast. Yeah, I think this one is so cute, and I just love the butter yellow trend, and like a fluffy yellow sweater. It will be available on all bases. So I have a Soulful Sock, which is my sock base, fingering weight, Flowy Fingering, fingering weight merino, Bouncy DK, merino superwash. I have Heavenly Alpaca, which is still so gorgeous. They're starting again. I'm gonna talk through this now. Sorry about the noise on the background. I will do it quickly. Heavenly Alpaca is alpaca, cashmere and silk, which is so beautiful. And we have Surrey, Soothing Surrey and Mystical Mohair. Just great base. You can order them on all, as I said. Let me just quickly show next to the undyed a few of the bases that will be nice to see next to the undyed. So this is undyed, so this is Morning Oats and Pink Champagne. You can see there's quite a good difference still. And another one that you do need to see next to the undyed, which I will keep on the other side, is Pistachio Cream. And you can see it here. These are, like, they would be beautiful together, but they are very low contrast, so keep that in mind. So this Pistachio Cream, Morning Oats. I still think this is really beautiful together. There still is a good difference in those colors. This would be so good together too. But yeah, these are, I think, live already when you see this. And I do have to mention that I'm keeping a really, it's a pre-order. I am keeping a really short pre-order time for this one. So it could be that I need to close it already this weekend, but I really have no idea how it's gonna go. That's always the thing with a business. You never really know what will sell or what will happen. I do know that there are people interested, so that is always really nice, but I don't know how fast it will go. If it goes like my last collection, I will have to close it this weekend because I will take a 3-week processing time after, because I want you to be able to work with it. And I maybe even do another pre-order after. If there's like if there are a lot of people who are missing out, then I will do another pre-order after, but then I will make it just like, okay, maybe then again 3 or 4 weeks, but then you probably won't have it by July, say it like that. But this will be, so I'm gonna open it this Friday, which is the, let me see, what date are we leaving? The 14th of June. And then I will keep it open for maximum a week or a little shorter than a week probably, or when I reach the max capacity, which is probably mid next week when I close it. And then the first week of July, I'll probably have everything dyed up and sent out already. So that is the goal, which I'm gonna work really hard for. And I'm gonna see, I have a max, well, not in mind. I need to really put the number on paper. I'm gonna do that probably today or tomorrow. And then I will have to close it when I get that, because I just want you to be able to work with this yarn, because it is a really, really beautiful summer yarn. Last thing about this, I will quickly show you some swatches because they are so beautiful. I haven't, some of them are blocked. Most of them are blocked actually, except the stockinette that you just saw, and another one I do have to weave in. So I wanted to show you some textures. This is a broken rib, and this is done on 3mm, and it's really not see-through. It looks really good. I really love the look of that. I also have crochet swatches, by the way. This is like the Barbroe swatch. You can see it here, all on 3mm. The crochet swatches are also on 3mm. Oh, I made a little cute, what do you even call it? It's a granny square, kind of, but like a flower. This would be so cute as a bag also. I really, really like this. And this, oh, I had to look up the top. There's a top quite high up in Ravelry right now. And I made the swatch because there's also a free version of the top. I'll put it in the screen here. So this would also be fun to see, as you can see here. Lace, but also this is a mix of like single crochet and chains, I think, I'm pretty sure. And this is also really fun. And then last but not least, I made a swatch yesterday actually of the Petal Drop Camisole, because I still want to make it and I just want to show you how beautiful this is. So this is lace again. Oh, I just need to make this. So I'm gonna make it probably, but then on a smaller needle. And then again, just you've already seen it, but the stockinette, also 3mm. You can also go bigger, but this is just what I was making all the swatches on this time. So yeah, I think it's I love the yarn. It's gonna be limited edition, as I said, so it's only gonna be for this drop. And maybe I will bring it back one day, maybe probably next year, or maybe something else. I almost forget to say it. You can also use it for socks, which I think is really fun. It's also suitable for socks because of the linen. It gives it some extra strength. But yeah, it will be only for this drop, and maybe I will bring it back if there's a lot of ask for it, but we'll have to see. It's your time to get it, like, let me say it like that. So yeah, as I said, if there's a lot of ask and I have to close it really soon, I will see if I can do another pre-order for it. But we'll have to see if that's even necessary. We will see, we'll see. I will link the link below. Next, I've already talked quite a bit. Let me just see. Yeah, I think I already know. Let me just go to one of my whips, and it's a little bit tangled up in here. You have seen this one twice, I think, already, or only last time. I'm not 100% sure, but I am working on the Poppy Tea by Petite Knit, and it's a really beautiful pattern. So as I said, I had that week of vacation. Before that, I think I couldn't really knit a lot. I think I had some wrist issues, I'm pretty sure. I don't even remember. It's always the thing. So I haven't knitted a ton. Like, I haven't filmed for a month, but if I would be able to knit like a normal person, someone who doesn't have wrist pains as much as I do, then I probably would have finished this already. But I'm pretty close, and I'm not in a hurry. Oh, I'm dropping stitches here. I am knitting this also for the summer top make along that we're doing over in the Mindful Creators Clubhouse, which is my community group. And it's just really motivating me to work on all these summer tops. So here is my Poppy Tea by Petite Knit. You can see some pulling here, but I think it will be fine with blocking. This is a top-down t-shirt pattern. You can see it here. I don't really know what you call this construction, but what you do, I'll go through it a little bit quickly because I have talked about this already. This also pulls a little bit now. You pick up you may set up stitches for the neck here, then you start increasing to the side. You get this really beautiful detail. You work back and forth, and then you're gonna pick up stitches for the shoulder. You work to the front, both sides you do that. You start up stitches. I don't really know how it went anymore. It's really fun though, just believe me on that. Stitches for the arm. You eventually go also into a little bit of a raglan here. It's just a super, yeah, you can see it there. It's just a super fun construction. I really enjoy it. The sleeves on this top, I will just put up a picture. I don't love the fit on Petite Knit, on the designer. I don't always do that because she has a really different body type than I have. She's really, how do you say that? She just has a really different body type than I have. So it's sometimes a little bit hard to see, but I've seen this on friends also and other people, and I really love it. So I was like, I need this. Sleeve will be a little bit longer, but it is a little bit tight on me yet. But I know this yarn will block. I have swatched a tiny bit. I haven't blocked, but my friends, we went to a yarn shop in Tilburg and we almost all bought this yarn. One of us, or no, two of us have already made a full sweater with it, and I know it blocks and it will grow a little bit, so it will be fine. Because I'm making size 2, I was on the lower end. Well, I'm sometimes really in between sizes. So I have a 90 centimeter bust circumference, which makes it that I'm often now very much between size 2 and 3, and I don't love a lot of positive ease. I also don't want this to be super tight because it is a sport weight yarn and it is definitely a little bit more woolly. It won't be like a summer top, if you know what I mean. It will be too hot for that. But I choose to eventually do the lower size, and I'm happy that I did, I think, because it will block up probably. Last time I was at this marker and I am now down here. So I have about a little bit more. I think about 6 centimeters more to go before I am at the ribbing, so I'm pretty close. This knits pretty nicely. This yarn, by the way, is Istex Camcan. My puppy got into it yesterday, so that's why there's such a weird lump. Istex Camcan. It's 100% merino wool, non-superwash, in the color moss green, and I really enjoy working with it. It sometimes splits. Also lovely linen, it doesn't split, so that's maybe nice to know. This sometimes splits. You can splice it went well on the first try. That's good. Yeah, I do really enjoy it. I think it knits pretty nicely, pretty even. It's a really beautiful color, and I do see this more like a spring fall wear. Let's see, like the cooler spring day. So like today it is 15 degrees. That's not that warm actually at all. Inside now I'm feeling warm enough because I'm doing a podcast, but this will be fine for today, for example. I think everything below 20 degrees, that would be good. Yeah, what else to say about it? I have one sleeve to go, a little bit more on the body, and then the ribbing, and then I am done. I think I will have it finished next time, pretty sure, because I worked quite monogamously on the Barbroe top, And I am now picking this up mostly because it's just really nice to just knit on. It's quite easy, quite mindless. So yeah, I already put on the collar. I always recommend to do that. You do put this one on after. It is a folded one, but I always recommend to do that after you have like, okay, let me tell you what my preferred way of working like top-down sweaters is. So if it's a raglan or if it's this, what I like to do is just work through my first skein. This is 50 grams, which I do then prefer. So 50 grams, and no, that's not completely true. Let me say it differently. Work through my first skein. Sometimes it's 50 grams, sometimes it's 100 grams. If it's 50 grams, I'm not always far enough to split for sleeves, because that is most of the times where I work to. So with 100 grams, you're almost always at splitting for sleeves, and then you have a little bit on the body. What I then like to do is or start a sleeve or put on the collar. For this time, I think I actually put on the collar first. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, because I did think something was a little tight. This is a little tight, by the way, but I think it will stretch. Then I put on a sleeve, and normally I would do both sleeves, but I was like, wait, you know what? I'm just gonna go further on the body, because if I do a little bit more body and then a sleeve, it would keep me engaged more, you know? So I like to switch things up. There are some people who just finish a full body first, which I rarely do, or like fully sleeves first. I just like to switch things up. So that is how I like to work top down. So splitting for sleeves, make 1 or 2 sleeves and a collar, and then go back to the body. And for this one, I'm just gonna finish what I have left, and I think I'm gonna add the skein for the body already, or the sleeve. Now I'm in doubt, you know, I'm not sure. I will see what I feel like. That's also how I like to knit. But yeah, this is going well. I really like the pattern. It's clear, I think. I have done this construction before already. Like if you are a new knitter and this would be your first garment, as I said, you can always try. I do think you have to read really well with this one then. I can imagine that it will be a little bit more, like it won't be difficult to make, but you really, it's more, maybe more difficult to understand. So keep that in mind. I think it's always possible, as I said, but keep it in mind. I can actually show you the other top that I have with this construction, because I have done, oh, that wasn't a nice angle. I have done this construction before, as I said, and I did a clean out of my stash of my whips and everything in my last video that you can see here. This is the Leon sweater that I'm not actively working on, and this is the same construction, as you can see here, as the poppy tee, and I already knew I was gonna love it. This also feels so soft again. I need to pick this up. This is just so pretty. It's so pretty. And now it's gonna pill like crazy, because my friend Claudia from Claudia's Knits made this, and hers pills like crazy in the same yarn, but it's just really cute. Something else that I haven't got a lot to talk about, but I do want to show to you, dang, that sounded a lot, is my camisole number 9, and I haven't really made any progress on it. I actually had to rip back. So last time I was onto the body already, but I noticed that my gauge was getting a little bit loose, and I wasn't really liking the look of it. So I got some smaller needles, the 3mm. I was making this on 3mm, by the way, but I borrowed them from Claudia again, and I was like, okay, let me get my own needles. And then I also chose wooden, which well, the website said this has more grip, and I know it can knit a little bit tighter. So I was like, let me just try it with wooden needles. Didn't make a difference, sadly. So I ripped back to like the, oh, breathing. Let me just take a sip of water. I'm going way too quick. I know why also, because I have so much to talk, or that I want to tell you, and my head goes faster than my mouth can talk, and I just want to, like, I want to tell you everything, you know? Thank you for your patience with me. I ripped back to splitting or moving, yeah, it's so dark by the way, to joining in the round. Yeah, I didn't fully rip back, I just ripped back till where I joined in the round. Then I started knitting a little bit again, and I think it is still on here. Yeah, the tension is not nice. So I also, this is another acquisition. I don't have other acquisitions, so see this as your acquisitions in between. I also got some 2.5mm needles. I think these are also Knit Pro, I'm pretty sure. So 1.5 US, 2.5s, just long ones also. I was like, maybe that's nice again. And I probably am going to put this on 2.5 because I do feel that on smaller needles I will knit tighter. So back and forth I'm fine because I knit tighter when I'm knitting back and forth, but in the round I definitely knit looser. So yeah, this is, I'm gonna rip back a little bit again because this, you are probably not able, no, it's so hard to see. Yeah, it's just this part here. Oh, there we go, maybe. It's just this part here. It just, I think if I stretch it out, you can also see that it looks, maybe I'm really nitpicky here, but I can see that it looks bigger. And I just want this to be a pretty one. It will be nice to have this finished this summer, but this is a top that I will wear year round as a layering piece. So I'm not too stressed about having this done this summer. It will be nice. And I'm probably gonna make quite a bit of progress on it, but we'll see. I thought I would just want to share it with you. Yeah, what else? I probably do have to have like a 2mm needle for the edges and stuff right now, but I maybe can borrow that from Claudia again. She already mentioned that before. Anything else? Knitting wise? Oh, it's gonna start doing the okay, I'll see you in a second. This is so annoying. Why does it do this on the balcony? I think he's done for now. Let's see how long it will last. So I was just looking into what I was going to talk about again. I don't have any other acquisitions except the needles. No yarn. Nope. Pretty sure yeah, it feels always like I have new acquisitions with the new colors, but I didn't buy any new yarn myself. I also don't really need anything new right now. So as I said, I did my yarn stash reorganizing. I was looking for the word. And I have reorganized it a little bit in a way also that I can see the yarns that I really like. And I have been looking at this that I bought at the Knit and Knot Fair where I was vending it last time. And I've been looking at it so much. And I'm just like, oh, I just want to do something with it. But I'm not going to hurry it because I know this is sweaters quantity. I know I have some other things that I have in mind for samples that I know I cannot knit 3 sweaters in a month, you know, that's just not possible. So I am thinking about asking for or looking for sample knitters soon-ish. It's always hard because you need time to make something, of course, which makes sense. But I don't really work that much forward with yarn. So I have to see how I want to do it. So maybe create already 1 color or 2 that I think are going to be maybe for the fall tonals or like autumn tonals. And then see if I can get like a sample done for that. Because I have no idea what the next well, I have an idea what the next collection is going to be. But the next after, that will be like in fall when someone can finish the sweater. I have no idea yet. A little insight. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. This time I don't. But yeah, I see the yarn now, so that is really fun. I'm getting inspired by it, so that's good. Next cast-ons or things, or next plans is I really want to finish the poppy tee, and I think I'm gonna be having it finished pretty soon. Yeah, I still where did I put it? The swatch of, where did I put it? The pedal drop camisole. Yeah, this swatch. Yeah, I think I just need it. I bought the pattern already. So I just need it. I need it in my wardrobe. And I might even try to make it with a new collection color. Because I am already working on a new collection. I'm watching Bridgerton. Maybe that says enough. This is like, it's pretty already known on Instagram, but this is your spoiler. So today the new episodes went live, and I will watch it tonight because I have some alone time tonight, and I will watch 1 or 2 episodes. Oh, can't wait. But yeah, I probably will try to do it in one of those new colors, and then in flowy fingering. I'm pretty sure I will do it like that, but can't wait. This is it's just such a beautiful texture. Again, also not hard to knit. It's just knits and purls and decreases, I mean, yarn overs. It's just lace work. It's really pretty. I have to block it still, as I said. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Probably have to go down to like the 2.5mm for that one too. Oh no, I only have 1 fixed. Then I have to choose or the Camisole number 9 or the pedal drop, and I think it will be the pedal drop then. Anything else I want to cast on? Well, no, not something like right now. I have plans, like future plans. I said to Elizabeth Blouse, I still need to figure out what color I want it to be. I feel like I'm very indecisive when I say it like that, but it's not something that's not a priority right now. But I did really like the recommendations from is it last time? I think it was last time, or the time before. I did really like the recommendations, so looking into that, but it's just not something a priority on the list right now. I really want to make like a textured sweater. Again, that's something I've mentioned before too, with the new Peruvian yarn that will be releasing in fall or like late August. They'll be releasing that, and that is just a question: do I want to make it, or do I want to have that sample knitted? I really want to make it, but I don't have that much time, you know. That's the struggle kind of being a yarn dyer, I guess, or just someone that has a full-time job that is more than full-time, because this is definitely more than full-time for me. Anything else? No, I think that's it for knitting and yarn and everything wise. Let's go into the last part of the video. We always talk a little bit about live watching and reading, listening kind of. So I have my laptop here down here. Let's go into watching, listening, reading first. Watching. I'm gonna mention just one thing because I am quite obsessed with it, and it's just it's a weekly release, so we have to wait every single week for the next episode, and we watched it yesterday because on Wednesday it releases. It's called the show Dark Matter. It's so good. That is just the type of show that I really like. It is a little bit sci-fi. What's my hair doing? A little bit sci-fi, a little bit kind of dystopian too. It's on Apple TV, and it's a new show. As I said, it releases every single week, releases a new episode, and I just love it. And again, I want to explain what it is about, but I feel like I would spoil something if I do so. So look it up. It's really good. I really like. I am like once I'm like to my boyfriend, like, okay, tonight we can watch Dark Matter. I don't know about anything else. We watched some documentaries, but nothing really stuck that I'm now like, okay, you need to watch this, you know. And listening, or reading / listening. Reading, the lining, by the way, sorry guys, it's like reading. I finished reading A Court of Thorns, and no, not A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury from the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. This was a reread. I've already read the whole series 2 summers ago, actually already, or is it 3? I think it's, wait, maybe it's 3 summers ago already. It was the first year I went on vacation with my boyfriend. It might already be 3 summers ago. I'm not 100% sure. I've already read it. I love this. It's like my favorite series. I probably can reread this over and over and over and over again. So I read the second book, or like I finished it. I got through it really slowly. If you follow along, you know when I started this probably, which was months ago. I think it was January or something. Because I'm reading it like on my e-reader, and I don't have / take a lot of time to physically read. So what I do now, right now again, is listen to a lot of books. And last time I listened to like 7 books or something. This time I listened to 2 books. I just finished the second one. I listened to A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham, and I thought it was really good. I gave it 5 stars. It is like a thriller kind of suspense book, which I do enjoy listening to the most. However, I would not necessarily always give those 5 stars. I'm quite picky with like how good I think they are. This one was good. I think it wouldn't be like whoa, but it was definitely good enough for me to give it 5 stars, I guess, because I put it 5 stars on Goodreads. So that one, and because I like that book so much, I was like, let me read another one by her, which I listened to, All the Dangerous Things, also by Stacey Willingham, which it was okay. I didn't love it, not as much as the first one. It was quite slow, and I thought at the end did make up for quite a bit, but it was like, yeah, so I gave it 3.5 stars. But those 2 books, so the first one, really recommend. I think it was pretty good. Haven't started a new book, probably will put something on today. Whatever I come across on the platform that I use, because not all the books are available over there. I was thinking about listening to Throne of Glass, because I've finish it or like listen to it further, because I am not actively reading that series. I started it the summer after I read Eckhart, and I got stuck on the tandem read. I don't know what, it's something with Dawn and some, I don't know, the last So not the last book, but the 2 books before our tandem read, I got stuck and was like, maybe let me see if I can listen to it. But they are not on that platform, so I haven't found it on any other platform too, which is a bummer. But we'll see. We'll see what I listen to next. I can ramble on and on and on about this, so let me just close this one. Life, puppy life, it's stressful but good. I talked to my boyfriend about it yesterday. She's like 60-40 or 70-30 fun and not fun at the same time. It's a puppy. I knew it was gonna be challenging, but she has a character, and I know that's what's gonna happen because she's an accent and I wanted that. But yeah, if you have a puppy or you know puppy life, you know it's just intense. And it seems like she's already getting into like I don't want to say adulthood. How she's laying? Oh, she's laying like fully on her back, like paws in the air. So she's getting even more bold and a little bit naughtier. So, well, it would be nice if it already starts now, because then she's only 4.5 months old. She's not even 5 months old, but it feels like she is early in all those things. We'll see what happens. And the rest of life, yeah, business is going well. I'm really, really happy about that. I've talked about it a little bit, not too much. I think it's not, for most people, not that interesting to see the behind the scenes, like business. I'm not sure, maybe I say something that's not correct, but or not right, but yeah, it's going well. I'm really happy with what I'm doing. It's just, I remember like maybe a year ago, I was quite looking for what I wanted to do, a little bit lost maybe even. I don't know if it's necessarily lost, but I was really searching for what's it gonna be, how I'm gonna do it. And now a year later I'm here and I'm like, wow, so much has happened, so much, and I'm really grateful and really happy and so thankful for all your support, because honestly, because of you, I'm able to do the Mindful Creators full time and just do what I love to do. So super thankful for that. I'm so happy that I can make everyone happy with fun yarns and the community group, and it's just really, really nice. Like, I can give you fun things and you make me happy with your support, so what better? I think, yeah, really, really appreciate it. Other life things, well, we just went on vacation. Let me see, yeah, life just goes on. We, like, behind the business is just a lot of my life, to be honest. Yarn knitting is just a lot of my life and I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything else, to be honest. My life just consists of puppy, yarn dyeing, my boyfriend, because I love this man with all my heart, and I have some friends that I'd love to chat with. I don't have a big friend group. I don't want a big friend group. I want to keep my circle small, behind me, next to me. So yeah, it's going well. I think that's nice to say. I haven't done really a life update or like talked about this for quite a while, but I always say if you're still here at the end, you probably would also like to hear this, I guess, if you're still here. I think I'm gonna round it off. I think we are here. I've showed you what I've been working on. I'd love to know what you're working on. As always, chat with me in the comments. Always love to chat back with you. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. If you like this video, please give it a little like. It really helps. I love the support. I love just seeing like that little like, you know, just like, ah, someone else would like it. And if you like it a lot, you can follow me here if you want to. It's free, it's fun, so why not? And you can always unsubscribe if you don't like it. Or forget it. I think a lot of people forget it too. But a lot of people also who enjoy, I think, watching the videos, like 70% or something, is not subscribed. So I see you there. It's free. You don't have to do anything for it. Only click. No, it's okay. That was awkward. I'm gonna close it up right now. I think that's the smartest thing to do. I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you have an amazing knitting, crocheting, yarn time. Bye, creator.